Hello and welcome to my exclusive reveals for Star Wars Unlimited's second set, Shadows of the Galaxy. Today I'll be showing off two brand new heroic cards from the set. But before we get into it, if you don't know who I am, my name is Kawa. I'm a professional TCG caster and content creator. My ultimate goal within the Star Wars Unlimited community is to cast the official competitive events when they begin to launch later this year and into early 2025. And so I just want to shout out FFG and the incredibly hardworking team they have over there. They've managed to make such an incredible card game that I genuinely love, and I cannot wait to mess around with these set 2 cards. So let's jump into it. The first card I'm honored to show off to you guys today is Smuggler's Aid. This is a 1-cost common heroism event card that reads heal 3 damage from your base. Now, this card is quite comparable to a card we've already seen in set 1, that being Repair. Repair is a 1-cost vigilance event card that reads heal 3 damage from a unit or a base. And Repair has definitely been heavily featured in the meta recently within the Vader vigilance decks. That's kind of been taken over the meta. They've really been pushing the kind of Boba mid-range decks aside. So I definitely feel like since we've seen Repair be pretty prevalent within the meta, we could definitely see Smuggler's Aid. Now, the one little downside of Smuggler's Aid is, of course, you can't target a unit, you have to target a base. But the reason why I like this card is because it has the new smuggle mechanic. So the idea is you can resource a card like Smuggler's Aid early on in the game, because at the early stages of the game, your base is going to be pretty high health. You're not going to really have to heal. And I think Smuggler's Aid is going to be really good against the aggro decks, because you put this card down into your resource pile really early. And then as the game goes on and you're really looking for some healing, especially in, like, there's a lot of decks that in your sideboard you specifically run cards that can help you in the aggro matchup, but a card like Smuggler's Aid in these kind of controlling decks can be really good, because you know it's a type of card that you're always going to want to resource. It's very clear what card you want to resource because it has the smuggle mechanic, and I know that's something the designers touched upon. It's a real reason why they wanted to have this smuggle mechanic. They said, okay, this makes it easier, makes the decision easier for players to realize what card should I be resourcing, because you can kind of get a benefit out of it later on, and smuggle is exactly that type of card. So I'm really excited for this. Like I said, we've seen it in some control decks. It really helps you to be able to heal your base. I think particularly against aggro and even against mid-range, it seems like a really great tool. So I'm excited to try this card out for sure. The next card I have to show off to you guys is the Millennium Falcon, Lando's Pride. This is a 6-cost cunning heroism space unit with the stats of 5/5. It also has the tags Underworld, Vehicle, and Transport, so do be aware of those. And its ability reads, if you play this unit from your hand, it gains Ambush. Now, we've seen the power of Ambush within set 1, most notably with bases like ECL, Energy Conversion Lab, really powerful ambush cards like Bosk within Cunning, so we know the power of Ambush. The one thing I will say about this card, which is really interesting, is yes, it does have a smuggle cost as well, which is also 6, which is really interesting, because usually the smuggle costs are higher than the base cost of the card, because it means if you resource this card, you have to pay kind of a premium to play it out later. But with this card, it still costs 6, so that's kind of nice. The one little downside maybe is you have to try to get the balance of, if you resource this card, sure, you can bring this out as a 6-cost 5/5 card, but you don't get that ambush. You want to kind of play this from your hand and then gain the ambush. But I think in combination with cards like, I think so far we've seen Lando in set 1, you can choose to bring some cards from your resources back to your hand. And I was told by one of the community managers that apparently a leader has just recently been revealed just before this video went live that apparently combos quite well with this. So I'm excited to see that myself. I currently don't have that card in front of me, so I'm excited to see how those cards will combo. But overall, this seems pretty decent. 6-cost 5/5 for a ship isn't too bad. If you get that ambush, this is super useful. I'd like to maybe hope that this leader is, you know, when you smuggle a card, maybe you give it +1/+1 or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of experimenting in my head right now, but let me know what you guys think about this card down below in the comments. And yeah, that's it. That's my reveals I have so far for Shadows of the Galaxy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. As set 2 begins to roll out, I will definitely be producing more content for Star Wars Unlimited, and as the competitive events begin to roll out, I will hope to cast some of those for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.